Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a dinner for two. And these recipes are super easy, super good, and they're perfect for a date night, an anniversary dinner, or anything that you want to do at home. Or if you just want to just do any regular dinner and want it to be a little special, this is perfect. So if you haven't seen my previous video on a DIY romantic dinner setting, I'm going to go ahead and link that video right here and also down in the description box below. So that way you guys can go check that out. And this is basically a part 2 of that video where I'm showing you the recipes on how I'm making the food and all that good stuff. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with the salad, and this is a very easy recipe. Usually when I make salad, I always make it homemade, but for the sake of the video and the fact that I had to cook really fast, I'm going to be making it store-bought. So I'm going to start off with some salad. It's a spring mix, and I'm going to put that into my bowl, and I'm going to rinse it off. And then I'm also going to be adding some carrots that I'm also going to rinse off, some bacon, some Parmesan cheese, and some croutons, and that's it for this salad. Very simple, very easy, because I didn't want us to get too full off of salad that we weren't going to eat the main food. So for the breadsticks, they're super easy too. I didn't know which ones I wanted to get, so I went to the store and I found these, and this is the first time I tried them, and they were really good. They have cheese inside, so it was perfect with the salad and especially with our food and all that, so it was just delicious. So that's what I'm going to be using for my breadsticks. Okay, so now for the main dish. So I don't really eat steak like that, but my husband said that it was really good, and the asparagus and the mashed potatoes were bomb. Okay, so I got this steak from Walmart, and let me just say that I've never made a steak like this before, so this is my first time. So if I'm not doing it right, please don't judge me, but I'm just going to take it out the package, and I'm only going to be cooking one since I said that I don't eat steak like that, and I'm going to save the other one for another day. But I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to season it with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Okay, so in a heated pan, I'm going to add some oil, and I'm using olive oil. And then I'm going to place my steak inside, and I'm just going to keep flipping it over until it gets like a nice brown color that I like. So I'm just going to keep on flipping and flipping and flipping until it turns the right color. Then I'm going to be adding some butter, some garlic, and some rosemary. And I'm just going to let that saturate in the meat for a while and then cook it on low heat. And just let that cook for a little bit, probably about 4 to 5 minutes, and then that's it, it's done. Okay, so for the asparagus, it's going to be super easy. I'm just going to take out however many I want, then I'm going to cut off the ends, then I'm going to go ahead and place it into my pan with olive oil, and I'm going to wait for the olive oil to get really hot, and then I'm going to place them in there, and I'm just going to be toasting it up a little bit just so it can get a little cooked. Then after it's cooked up a little bit, I'm going to add some butter and then just let it cook a little bit more. Then I'm going to be adding some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And that's it for this. Super easy recipe, and they taste delicious. Okay, so now moving on to the mashed potatoes. And this is a recipe that's in my family that we use every year for Thanksgiving or any gathering that we have that's involving mashed potatoes. This is the recipe that we always use. So hopefully my grandma doesn't get mad that I'm telling you guys this recipe, but I'm going to do it anyways. So I'm going to first start off with 2 potatoes, and I'm only doing 2 because it's just going to be for my husband because I'm having a different meal. But I'm going to first start off by chopping up the potatoes so that way they could be easier to cook. Then in a pot of boiling water, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Then I'm going to be adding in my potatoes. And lastly, I'm going to add 2 eggs and season it with salt. And the eggs are just a tradition. Like, we've always put eggs in our mashed potatoes, and that's just the way I grew up eating it. I don't know if anybody else has ever ate it like that. If you did, go ahead and leave me a comment down below, because I'm not too sure. I've never seen any other recipe that has eggs in it besides potato salad, I think. I'm not too sure. Then once it's done, I'm going to drain them, and then I'm going to peel off the eggs. Now I'm going to be putting some mayo, some milk, some butter, some salt, and some pepper. And you're just going to keep on adding and adding until you get the right kind of texture. So here I needed some more milk, and then I needed some more butter, and then you could just keep tasting it. And if it's too much of a certain thing, then just add in something else. But just be careful not to add in too much. So just start little and then just add to it. Then once it's almost done, I'm going to go ahead and throw the eggs back in, and I'm just going to squish those up. Taste it, add a little bit of salt and pepper if it needs it, and then that's it. So that's it for this main dish. So it was super easy to make and it was delicious. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to dessert. So finally, last but certainly not least, these chocolate strawberries. And guys, I know it's like everybody does chocolate strawberries, but it's a classic. You have to have chocolate strawberries for Valentine's Day. If not, it's not Valentine's Day, okay? Alright, so I'm going to be using this brand of chocolate right here. This is the first time I'm using it, and it was really good. It worked out great. So I'm going to be following the instructions. It says for you to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. And this is the second time that I put it in the microwave. And if you see there's still lumps in it, but you do not want to put it back in the microwave because you will burn it. So you're just going to keep mixing it, and the heat from the rest of the chocolate will melt the lumps that are in it. Then I'm going to be getting this toothpick, and I'm going to be putting it inside the strawberries to make it easier for dipping. And then you're just going to want to dip your strawberry and then let the excess chocolate run down. Place it on a parchment paper and let it cool down. And that's pretty much it for the first step. Okay, so I bought the wrong type of white chocolate. This is the confetti chocolate, but it's going to work perfectly fine because I'm just going to use this to drizzle on top of the strawberries. So I'm going to heat this up the same way, but this one has a more different consistency. I had to heat up a little bit more, but try not to burn it. And then I'm going to be putting it into this small piping bag. If you don't have any piping bags, you can use a lot of things like saran wrap or maybe a Ziploc bag or just whatever you can, just to cut a little hole on the side just so it can drizzle out. But I'm going to be using a piping bag because I already had them on hand. So I'm going to put the chocolate in there, and if you see, it comes out very lumpy. So I'm going to have to stick it in the microwave just for a little bit longer in the piping bag. So I did this with the leftover chocolate that I had and then with the white chocolate. And you see, I'm going to cut a very little hole on the end, and I'm going to be drizzling them all over the strawberries. And I could have just left it like this because like this looks really cute and elegant. But I wanted to use the white chocolate as well because it's a traditional way that people make strawberries. They always use the white to drizzle on top. So I'm going to be using that as well. And then I'm going to let these cool. You could pop these in the refrigerator for a few minutes and that's it. Okay, so now that everything's done, I'm going to go ahead and start plating the food, pouring the wine, and lighting the candles. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!